So truce talks between Israel and Hamas will resume on Sunday in Cairo. This is the latest attempt to bring about a pause after nearly 6 months of conflict in the Gaza Strip. All the sides have stepped up negotiations mediated by Qatar and Egypt on a 6-week suspension of Israel's offensive in return for the proposed release of 40 of the 130 hostages still held by the Palestinian militant group in Gaza. Hamas has sought to parlay any deal into an end to the fighting and withdrawal of Israeli forces. Israel has ruled this out, saying it would eventually resume efforts to dismantle the governance and military capabilities of Hamas. An Egyptian Foreign Affairs Minister, Sameh Shoukry, met his counterparts from France and Jordan in Cairo on Saturday. With the situation in Gaza at the forefront of talks, speaking at a press conference alongside Shoukry and France's Stephen Sejourne, Jordanian Foreign Minister Ayman Safadi said famine in Gaza can be dealt with in a short time if Israel opened the land crossings for aid to enter. Aid agencies say food delivered by sea to the enclave, though welcome, cannot meet people's needs, and they have urged Israel to allow more aid to arrive by land.
We can deal with the famine that Gaza's people are facing in a very short time. What is needed is that Israel opens the land crossing from aid to enter from Egypt and from Jordan, and to stop denying entry of aid. When renowned international organizations say more than 1 million Palestinians are facing famine, all that Gaza's population are suffering the highest level of hunger and food shortage, then we are facing a real catastrophe.
Now, Israel launched fresh strikes on alleged Hamas infrastructure in Gaza on Saturday, even as US has reported to have authorized delivery of more bombs and warplanes for Israel. Meanwhile, an airstrike in Lebanon wounded 4 UN officials. The United Nations has also confirmed that several UN observers were injured while on patrol in southern Lebanon. The exact details of the strike are still being established, and Israel denies any involvement. DD India's Alex Kadia reports from Tel Aviv.
Well, 3 United Nations observers have been injured in southern Lebanon, as well as their Lebanese translator. There were initial reports that this was an Israeli strike targeting the car in which they were traveling, but the United Nations has since clarified that a shell exploded near these 4 people while they were on a foot patrol outside of town in southern Lebanon. And we know that the Israeli armed forces have denied any involvement in this particular strike. They were carrying out their observing roles as the peacekeeping force of the United Nations on the Israeli-Lebanon border, known as the Blue Line. But it really shows that despite the UN clarifying and Israel denying any involvement, that this is an incredibly dangerous area in which to be operating. We know that Hezbollah has fired rockets into northern Israel just in the last 24 hours. Lots of rocket alerts across the populations living there, most of whom have had to be evacuated, but also Israel striking back against Hezbollah in Lebanon, in Syria, and Israel's defense minister saying they will pick up the pace, they will expand their attacks, and they will shift from defending against Hezbollah now towards pursuing that group into Lebanon, into Syria, into Beirut, into Damascus if they have to, said Yoav Gallant, the defense minister, and further afield if needed. So certainly a risk of escalation in that conflict. Now in Gaza, the war rages on. We have had Israeli airstrikes there. We've had the Israeli raid on Al-Shifa hospital ongoing, with hundreds killed in that particular raid. We also have families being trapped in the rubble after Israeli airstrikes in Khan Yunis and other parts of Gaza. But perhaps a small lifeline of hope. The second ship, aid ship, is sailing from Cyprus now with 400 tons of food on board: flour, rice, vegetables, canned goods, anything the starving population in Gaza may need. It will take more than 60 hours to get there, and then we'll have to unload on this makeshift pier built by these charities out of the rubble of the destroyed houses in Gaza. 1 million meals on their way to the devastated Gaza Strip as this war rages on for another day. Alex Kadia in Tel Aviv, reporting for DD India.
And the head of Ukraine's largest private energy firm, DTEK, said 5 of its 6 plants had been destroyed on a Saturday. 80% of plants' generating capacity were lost after 2 weeks of Russian attacks. The repairs could take up to 18 months. DTEK executive director said the waves of attacks had hit thermal and hydro production in almost all regions in which distribution facilities were destroyed. He added the company suffered losses amounting to $300 million. In fact, Russian missile and drone attacks hit thermal and hydropower plants in central and western Ukraine overnight on Friday. And Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Russia was carrying out wild strikes designed to cause the bleeding of Ukrainian energy. Listen in.
Російські терористи зараз націлені саме
Russian terrorists are now targeting such wild strikes to cause the energy bleeding of Ukraine. We gave all necessary signals to our partners, all the specific requests to everyone who has the necessary air defense systems, to everyone who has the necessary missiles. America, Europe, and our other partners. Everyone knows what we need. Everyone knows how important it is right now to help us protect ourselves from these blows at this very moment.
ударів саме у цей час.
And as per the latest update on Russia-Ukraine conflict, Russia said it hit important Ukrainian targets over the past week. On Saturday, the Russian Defense Ministry added the military utilized weapons including Zircon hypersonic missiles, Kizal ballistic missiles and drones to carry out large-scale strikes. Ukrainian military enterprises, Ukrainian security service, energy facilities and other targets were also hit. While Ukraine stated that it had strengthened defense against Russia, the Ukrainian National News Agency reported the Dnipropetrovsk region was stepping up the construction of various fortifications. And Volodymyr Zelensky's term as Ukraine's president is set to expire in May this year, but the election, which was supposed to be held at the end of March, has been postponed because of the ongoing war. DD India's Megumi Lim spoke to people in Kiev about their thoughts on Zelensky's extended presidency.
Since its independence in 1991, Ukraine has held 6 presidential elections. But this year will be the first time it will be missing one. Martial law was declared in the country when Russia launched its full-scale invasion in 2022, and the law prohibits any form of elections. Now there are worries the war could hurt the country's democracy.
So I think that unfortunately we have challenges for democracy. We have eroding of democracy in Ukraine because some things are the government started to like the situation when they're not questioned in the way they were questioned before.
Political opponents have criticized that parliamentary procedures are not being broadcast publicly like they used to be. And the current government-led news programming, which broadcasts a united message on the war, has drawn criticism that it drowns out diverse voices. But among these concerns, holding off elections were not at the top.
Many Ukrainians believe that elections should not be held until the end of the war. According to a poll conducted by the Kiev Institute of Sociology last month, 69% supported Zelensky remaining in office for as long as martial law was in place.
Last year, with the urging of U.S. officials, President Zelensky briefly entertained the idea of finding a way to carry out elections. But with the constant shelling of cities and millions of soldiers fighting on the front lines, security became an issue. Along with fairness, as people living under Russian occupation would not be able to take part. Many also warn a change in leadership now would be disruptive.
Zelensky has already established contacts and agreements with representatives of other countries, so it would be probably very difficult for the new leader because he would have to do it all over again. We would just be wasting our time. Therefore, it would be logical to end the war and then hold elections.
But experts say there could be more room for opposing voices.
Incorporate into decision-making his political opponent, and this would legitimize his authority as well, because the society would see that he is willing to hear the alternative voice, and he is willing to accept criticism.
Democracy is something Ukrainians have spent decades fighting for. But with Russia's invasion, the country's survival has now become their utmost priority. Megumi Lim in Kiev, reporting for DD India.
And the ambassadors and staff of foreign diplomatic missions accredited in Russia visited the makeshift memorial to the victims of the Crocus City concert hall attack. In a ceremony organized by the Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the diplomats laid floral tributes on the memorial. Earlier, Russian investigators said they had found proof that the concert hall gunmen were linked to Ukrainian nationalists. The assertion was dismissed by the United States as baseless propaganda. Ukraine has denied the allegations on it. And large cranes were on site ready to begin clearing the wreckage of the Francis Scott Key Bridge on Saturday. Maryland Governor Wes Moore said the Army Corps and the partners will begin to move forward with crane operations to dismantle sections of the Key Bridge for removal on Saturday.
This morning, Unified Command assured me that the hull of the dolly is damaged but intact. The Army Corps and their partners will begin to move forward with the crane operations today. The north sections of the Key Bridge are going to be cut up and removed. This will eventually allow us to open up a temporary restricted channel that will help us to get more vessels in the water around the site of the collapse.
Now let's take a look at other stories making news around the world. The Houthi-run Sana'a-based central bank of Yemen issued new currency coin. The move aimed at replacing the damaged banknotes in Houthi-governed areas in North Yemen. This marks the first time they have issued a currency since they captured the capital Sana'a in late 2014. Bodycam footage captured the moment a suspected shoplifter chased and detained by police on horseback in New Mexico. According to the authorities, the suspect stole from a Walgreens and thus responded to the incident. The authorities said the man stole $230 worth of merchandise from the store and was charged with shoplifting. Hong Kong's Global Art Fair works with a local NGO to highlight art scene to shed light on the community about their special needs, showcasing the artwork of mysterious lakeside with rainbow sky and dazzling stars at a global stage. All right, still to come on this edition of DD India News Hour. Firefighters tackle massive blaze at Indonesian ammunition store. Details after the break. Team of disaster experts in Madagascar trying to assess the extent of damage caused by cyclone Famine. And Pope Francis leads Easter Vigil after health concerns.
As the cycle of accountability returns, the time has come when the biggest democracy chooses to write another chapter in its glorious history. Development, justice, regionalism, a big political canvas. Everything will be put to test in this mega battle for glory. DD India dissects what makes elections 2024 the battle royale in Indian politics. Data and analysis free from bias to help you understand why India matters. The Great Indian Election on weekdays at 8:30 p.m. only on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India News Hour. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Turks vote on Sunday in nationwide municipal elections focused on President Tayyip Erdogan's bid to reclaim control of Istanbul from major rival Ekrem İmamoğlu. Istanbul Mayor İmamoğlu dealt Erdogan and his AK party the biggest electoral blow of 2 decades in power with his win in the 2019 vote. The president struck back in 2023 by securing re-election and a parliament majority with his nationalist allies. Sunday's votes could now reinforce Erdogan's control of NATO member Turkey or signal change in the major emerging economies' divided political landscape. An İmamoğlu win is seen fueling expectations of him becoming a future national leader. The results are likely to be shaped in part by economic woes driven by rampant inflation near 70%, and by Kurdish and Islamist voters, weighing up the government's performance and their hopes for political change. Now, Peruvian President Dina Boluarte's house was raided on Saturday as part of inquiries into possible illicit enrichment and failure to declare ownership of luxury watches. Some 20 officials from the Public Prosecutor's Office and 20 police raided Boluarte's house and the palace. Reacting on the incident, Boluarte said she would not resign. Earlier, prosecutors began preliminary inquiries following a media report that the president possessed several Rolex watches. Boluarte has acknowledged that she owns Rolex watches which she had bought with money since she was young. Now, Serbian President Alexander Vučić nominated his close ally Milos Vučević to the Prime Minister on Saturday to lead a new government through a time of war in Europe and tensions with Kosovo. The nomination comes more than 3 months after the party, the Serbian Progressive Party, won the most votes in the national election on December 17. Vučević took over leadership of the party with Vučić stepped down last year. Earlier, Vučević was Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister in the government of his predecessor, Ana Brnabić. Vučević is expected to form a government in the coming weeks. The ruling party has 113 seats in 250-seat parliament and will have to seek partners to form a government. Now, Somalia Parliament voted for historical amendments in its constitution that led to major changes. After the changes, now country's president has the authority to appoint and dismiss a prime minister from office. This change came due to major disputes revolving around the distribution of power between the top two offices. The constitutional amendment has also paved the way for the presence of 3 political parties in the country, promoting multi-party system. The amendment also sets the term of office for government constitutional bodies at 5 years. Independent Constitutional Review Commission submitted proposed amendments that establish the age of maturity for girls at 15 and at the age of responsibility at 18. Indonesian firefighters battles to put out a massive fire that broke out at a military ammunition depot just outside the capital, causing a series of explosions and sending flames and smoke into the night sky. Cristome said authorities were evacuating people from nearby neighborhoods. No casualties reported. Military officials said the fire started in a part of the facility that was used to store expired ammunition. Now, the world celebrates Easter Day today on Sunday. The festival marks the celebration of Jesus Christ's resurrection and is a symbol of love and compassion. Easter gives the message that truth is eternal and shows us the path of sacrifice and forgiveness. The teachings of Jesus Christ guide us on the path of peace and harmony, symbolizing victory over death and sin. And Pope Francis on Saturday soldiered through a more than 2-hour Easter Vigil Mass in St. Peter's Basilica after missing procession. Francis is set to conclude Easter celebrations on Sunday with Mass in St. Peter's Square by extending blessings and from the central balcony of St. Peter's Basilica. And the President of India, Draupadi Murmu, sent her greetings to all fellow citizens on the occasion of Easter. Taking to social media platform X, President said, and I quote her, "Easter greetings to all, especially to our Christian brothers and sisters. This pious occasion of celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ promotes the spirit of love, hope and universal fraternity. May the teachings of Jesus Christ lead us onto the path of peace and harmony." And India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Sunday extended greetings to people on the occasion of Easter and wished for harmony in society. Taking to social media platform X, this is what he wrote. "On Easter, we hope that the message of renewal and optimism reverberates all over. May this day inspire us all to come together, fostering unity and peace. Wishing everyone a joyful Easter." All right, let's go across to Goa now. DD India's Kanzel Rodriguez is joining us live from there. Easter wishes to you, first of all, Kanzel. And Goa knows how to have fun and plan the events accordingly.
Same to you.
How does Goa plan to celebrate Easter on Sunday?
Okay, let me wish you one and all over the country, our fellow brethren, a very happy Easter. Midnight masses were held on late night yesterday on Easter. Today morning there were masses also, and with me I have the parish priest of Our Lady of Immaculate Conception Church, Father Walter Dissa, to tell us more about the importance of Easter. Father, first of all, a happy Easter to you.
I wish you the same.
Tell us about the importance of Easter and how it is celebrated in Goa.
Okay. The Lord has truly risen. Alleluia. With these words, I want to express my congratulations and Easter greetings to my dear brothers and sisters who are listening to me. Easter is the main solemnity of the resurrection of Jesus Christ in our Christian religion. Last night we celebrated the Easter Vigil. It was very solemn. We blessed the new fire. From this fire we lighted the Easter candle. And the Easter candle represents the risen Lord who wishes peace and joy and happiness to entire humanity. We blessed also the water. Water means the newness of life that we have received from Jesus, the risen Lord. The resurrection of Jesus means the victory over sin and every evil and death Jesus attained. And in this victory we have a share. That is why we are now new people, new creatures. Only the message that we can carry from this celebration is to love everyone and to be in solidarity with our brothers and sisters, especially the poor, the needy, the marginalized. And in the morning, we had masses right from 7:30 in Konkani, then followed by Mass in English, and now very soon we are going to have a Mass in Portuguese language. This is the only church where the Portuguese Mass is being held. So I greet all of you once again, a very happy Easter.
How are the celebrations held here on the Easter day today? Because it's a big feast.
Yeah, these celebrations, I speak from the spiritual side. We have, main thing is the Easter Vigil, which is the mother of all vigils, and the celebration of the Eucharist.
That was Father Walter Dissa, who was speaking on behalf of the parish priest in Panjim, especially on Easter and how it is celebrated in Goa.
Right, Kanzil, we'll leave it at that, and thanks to the Father also for telling us the importance of Easter. Thank you so much. All right, let's go across to Ernakulam now, in Kerala, where Sam is also joining us live. Sam, festive atmosphere prevails there at Ernakulam. Major churches in the city must be lit up for the Easter. How is Ernakulam celebrating Easter?
Yes, like the whole world, churches across in Kerala also have midnight masses and special services to commemorate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. In some churches, the Holy Mass started early morning, like 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., etc. Easter special Holy Kurbana is over in churches. Now the people are celebrating Easter with their families at home.
Right, Sam, we heard from the Father. I mean, he was there with our correspondent Kanzil at Goa. If you can also tell us, for the benefit of the viewers, the significance, the importance of this day, and why is this day celebrated? Why is Easter special for not only Christian but for everyone?
Yes, Easter is a celebration of hope, as the Father said. Jesus resurrected from the tomb on the third day of his death. People greeting happy Easter each other, and they believe that in every worst despair there is a hope which will help us to come back vibrantly with a renewed strength. This is the essence of Easter greetings. Believers are overjoyed as their Christ has defeated the death and he is still a living God. People come to their hometown and enjoy traditional Easter meals, especially morning breakfast and afternoon meals with their parents, and share food. with the neighborhood and needy ones. Singing session is also a very important part of Easter. Easter special choir fest is happening at various places. Easter feast is very important after 50 days of Lent. So people are enjoying their Easter meals with their families. And happy Easter to everyone.
Happy Easter to you also and people there.
Thank you.
And people across the globe. And Easter Bunny also will distribute, Sam, the candy and other gifts to the kids also. Thank you. We'll leave it at that. Thank you, Sam, for giving us what people are saying in Kerala, and also happy Easter to you and all the people in India and across the world. Moving on to our next story now. Ceremonies takes place in India's national capital, New Delhi, to mark the most important festival in the Christian calendar. Devotees offered prayers. Large number of people took part in churches all across the city to mark the occasion. Still to come on this edition of DD India News Hour. We'll give you a sneak peek of India's political landscape, parties and their strategies as it prepares to hold world's largest elections. A sudden fire broke out late night in a scrap go-down in India's Maharashtra. An actor Milind Soman flags off IIFL Jeeto Ahimsa run in Delhi.
As a cycle of accountability returns, the time has come when the biggest democracy chooses to write another chapter in its glorious history. Development, justice, regionalism, a big political canvas. Everything will be put to test in this mega battle for glory. DD India dissects what makes elections 2024 the battle royale in Indian politics. Data and analysis free from bias to help you understand why India matters. The Great Indian Election on weekdays at 8:30 p.m. only on DD India.
In a world
Welcome back. You're watching DD India News Hour. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Recap of what we have done so far. Truce talks between Israel and Hamas to resume on Sunday in Cairo. Egyptian FM hosts French Jordanian counterparts for talks on Gaza. India's President Draupadi Murmu to confer Bharat Ratna award to former Deputy Prime Minister and BJP leader Lal Krishna Advani on Sunday. Easter festival marking resurrection of Jesus Christ being celebrated across the globe. India's President Draupadi Murmu and India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi extend greetings to people on the occasion of Easter. India's seasoned player Rohan Bopanna with his Australian partner Bopanna-Ebden claimed second title of the year. The duo beat Ivan Dodig and Austin Krajicek to win Miami Open. India's President Draupadi Murmu is slated to confer the Bharat Ratna, the country's highest civilian honour, on former Deputy Prime Minister Lal Krishna Advani on Sunday. President Murmu will pay a visit to senior BJP leader L.K. Advani's residence and confer him with the prestigious award. This was decided keeping in view the ailing health of L.K. Advani. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah and Bharatiya Janata Party National President J.P. Nadda will also be present on the occasion. Lal Krishna Advani was born in Karachi on November 8, 1927. Through the years, Advani had served as the president of the Bharatiya Janata Party for the longest period since its inception in 1980. Capping a parliamentary career of nearly 3 decades, he was first the Home Minister and later the Deputy Prime Minister in the cabinet of Atal Bihari Vajpayee between 1999 and 2004. President of India Draupadi Murmu presented Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian award, at an investiture ceremony held at Rashtrapati Bhavan on Saturday. It is awarded for exceptional service and performance of the highest order in any field of human endeavour.
Bharat Ratna is the highest civilian award in India, rewarded for the paramount degrees of national service and recognition of exceptional performance in any field of human endeavour. President Draupadi Murmu awarded the posthumous Bharat Ratna award to former Prime Ministers Chaudhry Charan Singh and P.V. Narasimha Rao, along with former Bihar Chief Minister Karpuri Thakur and agronomist M.S. Swaminathan. Their relatives expressed the joy and pride while receiving the award as they remembered the luminaries. Chaudhry Charan Singh, the former Prime Minister of India, was a multifaceted personality, an ardent patriot and an able administrator. He was also known to be a great scholar of Indian economics and planning. His grandson Jayant Chaudhary was thankful to the Indian government for recognizing the efforts of Chaudhry Charan Singh as an Indian citizen.
I am very happy. My family was here. Many members have come from abroad to witness this historic occasion. And we are all feeling very, very proud for our countrymen, for the long journey that my grandfather took from the village to the echelons of power. And it has been recognized at the highest level. The highest civilian award has been bestowed upon him. And through that award, I feel that same spirit of pride and emotion is being felt across the country today.
Karpuri Thakur, the former Chief Minister of Bihar, was a freedom fighter, a visionary statesman and a champion of the cause of farmers, women and disadvantaged sections of the society. His son Ramnath Thakur reiterated the politician's effort for the weaker communities of the society and expressed his gratitude for the award.
मैं बहुत खुश हूँ और मैं ही नहीं, पूरे बिहार के लोग, पूरे हिंदुस्तान के लोग जो उपेक्षित थे, दुखी थे, भारत सरकार ने ये समझा कि जननायक कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी को भारत रत्न दिया जाए और उन्होंने 36 वर्षों के बाद दिया.
Dr. Monakombu Sambasivan Swaminathan was the legendary father of India's Green Revolution. His role was instrumental in creation of agricultural research in other developing countries as well. He brought attention to women in rice farming and strengthened agricultural research across Southeast Asia. His daughter Nitya Rao remembered her father's work while expressing gratitude for the award.
We are very happy that he has received this honour today. His whole life was dedicated to farmers' welfare and farmers' well-being, and his biggest dream was that India should be not just a food secure but also a nutrition secure country where every citizen will have sufficient good quality food to eat and no one will go to bed hungry.
All the recipients of Bharat Ratna Award have been honoured for their dedication towards the country and their distinguished contribution in their respective fields. Bureau Report, DD India.
And amid reports of several Indian nationals stuck in Cambodia who were lured with employment opportunities, India's Ministry of External Affairs on Saturday said the Indian embassy in Cambodia has been promptly responding to complaints from Indian nationals. He said that Indians were lured with employment opportunities in Cambodia but were forced to undertake illegal cyber work. The ministry said that so far about 250 Indians have been rescued and repatriated. Several advisories have also been issued by the ministry and the Embassy of India in Cambodia. The ministry reiterates that India is committed to helping all Indian nationals in Cambodia who seek support. The ministry is closely working with Cambodian authorities and with agencies in India to crack down on those responsible for these fraudulent schemes. Now let's get you the latest on what's happening in India in the run-up to the world's largest democratic elections. As India prepares to hold the world's largest elections, here is a sneak peek in the country's political landscape, parties and their strategies.
As India prepares for general elections, it is important to understand the country's current political scenario. There are two main players in the fray. On the one side is the National Democratic Alliance led by incumbent Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party. Challenging the NDA is the India Alliance or Indian National Developmental Inclusive Alliance, which was formed in 2023. While the NDA comprises nearly 40 mostly regional parties, the India Alliance has over 20 opposition parties, including the Congress and Samajwadi Party. The 2024 polls will be a test of new coalitions. The formation of the India Alliance also marked the end of the Congress-led United Progressive Alliance. Let's take a look at how the existing and former alliances performed in the last general elections that were held in 2019. A total of 542 constituencies went to polls. The NDA won 353 seats, out of which 303 seats were backed by the BJP alone. The UPA won 91 seats, out of which the Congress bagged 52, while 98 seats went to other parties and independent candidates. Coming back to the present time, in the North Indian state of Uttar Pradesh, which has the highest number of parliamentary seats, the Congress and SP have struck a seat-sharing deal. Of the total 80 seats, the Congress will field its candidates in 17 constituencies, while SP and other parties of the alliance will contest from 63 constituencies. However, the opposition India Alliance has been struggling to keep its flock together. The Trinamool Congress, which is the ruling party in West Bengal, has announced that it will be contesting the general elections alone. In another jolt to the India Alliance, Bihar State's incumbent Chief Minister, Janata Dal United Chief Nitish Kumar returned to the NDA. In the 2024 polls, Prime Minister Modi will be aiming for a third consecutive term. The India Alliance, however, has not floated a PM candidate as yet. Apart from the battleground states, including UP, Bihar and Maharashtra, elections will also be closely watched in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. This is the first general election after the abrogation of Article 370, which granted special status to the erstwhile state. J&K was also bifurcated into two union territories, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Coming to poll issues and promises, PM Modi has vowed to make India the world's third largest economy. Also, recently inaugurated Ram Temple is expected to feature prominently in the BJP's campaigns. In 2019, building the temple was among the party's key promises. As for the opposition, the Congress decided to organize a national nationwide march called Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra or India Unity and Justice March to garner public support. From issues to campaigning, elections in India are multifaceted, but first and foremost, they are a celebration of democracy which sees voters from all walks of life choose their representatives. Bureau Report, DD India.
And senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch the election campaign in Uttar Pradesh on Sunday at a rally in Meerut. The BJP has fielded TV serial Ramayana fame Arun Govil from Meerut Lok Sabha constituency. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, Rashtriya Lok Dal President Jayant Chaudhary and several other BJP leaders will also be present at the rally. Uttar Pradesh will also go to the polls in 7 phases. As the dates of India's general elections are near, political leaders across different spectrum have ramped up their election campaign. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin participated in election campaign in Erode, southern state of Tamil Nadu. And the BJP released the 8th list of candidates for general elections from Odisha, Punjab and West Bengal states. Former Indian ambassador to US Taranjeet Singh Sandhu to contest from Amritsar constituency, while singer turned politician Hansraj Hans to contest from Faridkot. Hansraj Hans was lawmaker from Northwest Delhi constituency. Praneet Kaur, wife of former Punjab Chief Minister Amarinder Singh, also secured a ticket from Patiala constituency. Former AAP leader Sushil Kumar Rinku has been chosen to contest from Jalandhar constituency. And the opposition India bloc are organizing a mega rally at Ramlila Maidan in national capital on Sunday. The rally is attended by leaders of Aam Aadmi Party and Congress, including Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's wife Sunita Kejriwal. Leaders from other opposition parties are also attending the rally in Delhi. Key issues of rally include inflation, unemployment, inequality and the arrest of opposition leaders. And India's ruling party BJP announces election manifesto committee for the upcoming parliamentary elections on Saturday. Party President JP Nadda announced the 27-member committee will be headed by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, with Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman serving as the convener. All right, let's go across to Delhi, where DD India's Dibyendu Mondal is joining us live. Dibyendu, first of all, the BJP released the 8th list of candidates, and list features several individuals who recently joined the party.
Well, good morning. That's right, Abhishek. The BJP's 8th list was out late last night, and the BJP has listed about 13 candidates in the list, which includes 9 of the 13 seats of Punjab. The list of Punjab was delayed because the BJP was trying to stitch an alliance with its former ally, the Shiromani Akali Dal, but that, however, did not go through, and the BJP will be contesting the Punjab election all by its own. So, if you look at some of the interesting names from Punjab, which includes the former Chief Minister of Punjab, Amrinder Singh's wife, Praneet Kaur, will be contesting from Patiala. She recently joined the BJP. Amrinder Singh was already part of the BJP, who joined the BJP sometime last year. We also have from the crucial Amritsar constituency, Taranjeet Singh Sandhu, who is the former ambassador of India to the United States, contesting from this prestigious seat, where Arun Jaitley, BJP's senior leader Arun Jaitley, as well as Hardeep Singh Puri contested from the Amritsar constituency. We also have the former Aam Aadmi Party's sitting member of parliament, who also joined the BJP just 2 weeks back, contesting from the Jalandhar constituency. So, of course, these are some of the interesting names that the BJP listed out in its 8th list that will be contesting from Punjab. Also, we have Hansraj Hans, who was an erstwhile MP from Delhi, will now be contesting from Faridkot in Punjab. So, the BJP clearly seems to be focusing itself in Punjab, where the party has limited presence currently, but the party is hoping that with these important names that the party has listed out in its 8th list, the party could make some gains in the state of Punjab. Apart from that, the BJP also listed out candidates from Odisha as well as from West Bengal, where Debashish Dhar, who was a former IPS officer. Remember, Dhar was an IPS officer who was put under waiting by the Mamata Banerjee government after the 2021 incident of firing happened with the CISF during the election in Cooch Behar. He was posted as the IG of Cooch Behar range during that point in time, and he had taken the sides of the CISF, after which the TMC government had put him under waiting. He will be contesting from the crucial seat of Birbhum, where a former strongman of the Trinamool Congress, who is currently in jail, Anubrato Mandal, was the head and the district president of that particular state. He will be contesting against Trinamool Congress's Shatabdi Roy, who is again an actor turned politician, who is sitting MP for the last 2 times from the Birbhum districts. Of course, the BJP's, what we are hearing is that there are few names that are still to be announced by the BJP, and the CEC, which is the Central Election Committee meeting of the BJP, will be held tomorrow. After which we'll see the 9th list, and hopefully the 9th list will be the final list of the BJP, where the party will list out all the candidates, which is about 420 to 440 candidates, to all the places where the BJP will be contesting this time around. Yes, back to you, Abhishek.
Dibyendu, very quickly, PM Modi will launch the election campaign in Uttar Pradesh today at a rally in Meerut, and the opposition, also India bloc, to organize a mega rally at Ramlila Maidan in Delhi. What do we expect, and big names attending the rally?
Well, of course, Abhishek, today, despite being a Sunday, it's an election-packed Sunday, because we see two mega rallies, one in Meerut, which is very close to New Delhi, and the other happening in Delhi itself. So, what we expect in Meerut is, of course, the Prime Minister addressing to be one of the first rallies of the BJP. Prime Minister will be addressing along with the candidate of the Meerut, Arun Govil, who had shot to fame after he played the role of Lord Shri Ram in Ramayana. So, of course, we'll also see many other candidates who will be there at the Prime Minister's rally. But apart from that, what we can expect in New Delhi is the India Alliance's mega rally, which will be focusing on issues to take on the government, the incumbent BJP government, with respect to the issues of unemployment, price rise, etc. And also one of the key issues that will feature in the rally of the opposition alliance would perhaps be the arrest of the opposition leaders. And this rally was conceptualized by the Aam Aadmi Party after the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal by the Enforcement Directorate earlier this month. So, of course, we'll see some of the opposition alliance leaders such as Akhilesh Yadav, the Shiv Sena's Uddhav Thackeray, as well as Congress's Mallikarjuna Kharge, as the Trinamool Congress's Derek O'Brien attending this event. So, of course, all eyes will also be there on the opposition alliance's rally at Ramlila Maidan in New Delhi. So, it's a politically packed Sunday, given the fact that India is going to polls in less than 2 weeks from now. Yes, back to you.
Political packed Sunday, and all eyes on two rallies, one happening in Delhi and the other in Meerut. We'll leave it at that, Dibyendu. Thank you for your inputs. And India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a scathing attack on Congress party on Sunday. PM Modi alleged that Congress gave away Kachativu Island to Sri Lanka in 1974 during Indira Gandhi's regime after an RTI revealed the same. PM Modi quoted an article posted on social media platform X, and I quote him, "New facts reveal how Congress callously gave away Kachativu. This has angered every Indian and reaffirmed in people's minds we can't ever trust Congress. Weakening India's unity, integrity and interest has been Congress' way of working for 75 years and counting." Now let's take a look at other stories making news. A sudden fire broke out late night in a scrap godown in Bhiwandi Taluka of Thane district, resulting in the burning of 15 to 20 scrap godowns. The cause of the fire is still not clear, but no loss of life reported so far. Meanwhile, a vehicle of Bhiwandi Fire Brigade has reached this spot to control the fire. India's Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal distributed awards in Jeeto Ahimsa Run for Peace in Mumbai. The Ahimsa Run aims to create awareness for a better world, to stop wars and hatred, and an attempt to bring peace and non-violence in the surroundings. Alright, time now for another short break, but still to come on DD India News Hour. Lucknow Super Giants register their first win of IPL 2024 campaign, beating Punjab Kings on Saturday. We'll tell you how they registered the victory.
As the cycle of accountability returns, the time has come when the biggest democracy chooses to write another chapter in its glorious history. Development, justice, regionalism, a big political canvas. Everything will be put to test in this mega battle for glory. DD India dissects what makes elections 2024 the battle royale in Indian politics. Data and analysis free from bias to help you understand why India matters. Great Indian Election on weekdays at 8:30 p.m. only on DD India.
In a world.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India News Hour. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Some more stories and time now for business news. Telecom company AT&T said on Saturday that it is investigating a data set released on the dark web about 2 weeks ago. The preliminary analysis shows data leak has impacted approximately 7.6 million current account holders and 65.4 million former account holders. The company said the data set appears to be from 2019 or earlier. AT&T said it does not have evidence of unauthorized access to its systems resulting from the incident. The company said it is not yet known whether the data originated from AT&T or from one of its vendors. AT&T said the incident has not had a material impact on its operations and said the source of data is still being assessed. AT&T is in contact with all those impacted and has reset passcodes for 7.6 million current customers. It also said it will offer credit monitoring wherever applicable. The wireless carrier's 5G network covers around 290 million people across the United States. And gold prices have been surging in China since the beginning of March, following a global upward trend that saw international gold prices setting record highs for 2 consecutive days after gaining for 4 straight trading days. The main gold futures price at the New York Mercantile Exchange logged 4 straight days of gains from Monday to Thursday, setting record high closing prices for 2 consecutive trading days, rising as high as $2,238.40 US per ounce. Gold futures prices on the NYMEX rose by nearly 8% in March, the biggest monthly gain since November 2022. The surging international gold price also led to a similar increase in China's gold retail price. The price of gold at many domestic jewelry stores rose to nearly 700 yuan, about $98 US per gram on Saturday. All right, sports updates now. We'll start with tennis. India's seasoned player Rohan Bopanna and his Australian partner Bopanna-Ebden grabbed their second title of the year, winning Miami Open doubles crown on Saturday. The duo defeated Croatia's Ivan Doric and his American partner Austin Krajicek 6-7, 6-3, 10-6 in the finals. After winning the Indian Wells last year in California, the Indian player had become the oldest man to achieve this feat at 43 years old. And now with this win in Miami, he has surpassed his own record for the oldest man to win the Masters 1000 title. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo scored the 64th hat-trick of his storied career on Saturday as Al Nassr defeated Al Taif 5-1 in the Saudi Pro League. Ronaldo's Portuguese compatriot Otávio opened the scoring for the host in the 20th minute. Ronaldo scored a trio of second-half goals to put 3 points beyond doubt, bringing his goal tally for the league season to 26. Ronaldo is 4 points ahead of Al Hilal's Alexander Mitrovic in the race for the Golden Boot. Al Nassr remains second on 59 points, 12 behind runaway leaders Al Hilal, who secured their 30th straight win on Saturday against Al Shabab. Now, Lucknow Super Giants registered a 21-run win over Punjab Kings on Saturday at the Ekana Sports City to pick up their first win of IPL 2024 campaign. Quinton de Kock's half-century and quick knocks from Nicholas Pooran and Krunal Pandya posted Punjab Kings a target of 200. However, the hosts managed to limit Punjab Kings to 178 for 5 as debutant Mayank Yadav started with a 3-wicket haul, while Mohsin Khan picked up 2 wickets. Now, Gujarat Titans will take on Sunrisers Hyderabad in the match 12 at Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad on Sunday. Both teams have 2 points from as many games in the competition so far. Gujarat Titans faced Mumbai Indians last week at home, and the new captain Shubman Gill led his side to a nerve-wracking 6-run win against the former 5-time champions. Sunrisers will also be on high on confidence after their stupendous batting performance against Mumbai. Meanwhile, later in the day, Delhi Capitals will take on Chennai Super Kings at Dr. Y.S. Rajshekhar Reddy Cricket Stadium in Vizag. And in the end, let's leave you with visuals of 3 Shakti Corps gunners who refined their gunnery skills through relentless training in North Bengal and high-altitude terrain of Sikkim. And that's all for this edition of DD India News Hour. But do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. You can connect with us on Facebook, X, formerly Twitter and Instagram. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Abhishek. From all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India News Hour.